saw to UCA way back when. Most of you were probably, toddlers. I am a family physician. I went to medical school at UAMS. I'm also worked in multiple ERs in the state. I did my residency in Fayetteville, so I worked in the ER as a resident, and then after residency, Springdale, Springs, Batesville. And I can tell you what we had before the Affordable Care Act was not working, and it certainly isn't going to work now. As a resident, I was seeing 35, 40 patients a day, spending about 10 minutes, 7 minutes sometimes with my patients to address several chronic issues. You cannot provide good health care in 7 minutes. And if someone says that they can, they're lying. And I want to know what kind of care they're providing, other than a handshake and hope you feel better. Because, and then also, the 7-minute visit, you've got these doctors, and they're all very frustrated. We as physicians want to provide good care, but we're not allowed to. The current system doesn't allow us to do what we were trained to do. They sent us to school to think on our own, but yet they're telling us what to do every day, what medications to prescribe, what imaging studies to order, and the paperwork never ends. It gets worse every year. And so we're being forced to, and as we live older, the problems, as people live older, they have more health care problems, and it takes longer to address those things. And it's just not getting done. And as you can, you may have heard this, but we, the United States, spend so much on health care, yet our health outcomes continue to go down. They're just terrible. So we're not doing something right, but yet they want us to do the same thing. I don't get it. It's madness. So after I graduated from residency, I was like, this is not for me. What have I done? So I made the wise choice, quotations in, to go to the ER. I liked the ER. It was exciting. And then I quickly realized that there were so many people coming in because they did not have access to a doctor. They would call their doctor, couldn't get in for 2 weeks, and these people were sick. And they were coming primarily to just get primary care, something their primary care doctor should have been addressing, but was not, for the obvious reasons of lack of time is one thing, lack of access. It's very difficult to manage 5,000 patients per physician, and to do the things that the government and insurance companies want you to do for reimbursement sakes, because they will hold that over your head. If you don't do what they tell you to do, they won't reimburse you like they said they would. So I kept running into these sweet people who were just frustrated like I was. It was obvious they were not getting good care. They were getting thrown from one doctor to the other on multiple medications prescribed by multiple physicians. No one knew what was going on. And then there were the people who were coming to the ER because they could. I would say about 50% of the patients that go to most of your ERs don't need to be there at all. And then there's another 20% that are in that gray area. And then there's probably about 30% that are true emergencies. I saw people coming in for pregnancy tests for a cost of $160 when they could have gone to Walgreens for $1. I had a gentleman come in, took an ambulance in because he couldn't sleep, and wanted that to be addressed. I kept a journal for about 8 months when I worked in the ER in Batesville and wrote down all of the ridiculous things that I've heard. I wish I would have brought that tonight. But we counted up the ER visits for one lady in 1 year, and she had been to the ER 112 times in 1 year. And had I think, 40 CAT scans. And this was just at our ER. I don't know what other ER she was going to. And then there was another gentleman, we counted up in 1 year, he had 20 cardiac catheterizations because of his chest pain. He had anxiety issues. But there was nobody telling these people that they were abusing the system. And these are just 2 examples of hundreds. I have a book full of them. It was maddening. And it just drove me crazy. And I'm like, until they address the linchpin of the ER, I don't know how this is going to work. And then also when you have everybody wants to complain about the wait in the ER, yes, you're going to wait because there's a lot of people in there that shouldn't be in there. And we as physicians are trying to manage the emergencies while getting cussed out by the person who wants their feet washed. So those are real things that are going on in the ER. So one day I was like, I can't do this anymore. There's plenty of people here who are just not getting good health care. And I was like, I'm going to go old school. I'm going to go concierge medicine route. This model exists in our country. There's about 5,500 concierge doctors across the nation. There's only 5 in Arkansas. I think I'm the only female physician concierge doctor.